what we need to be, what we need to do, how we need to do it. Sometimes people tell us to leave your career, or do this, or you'd make a great this, or you'd make a great that. Sometimes those are the nudges from heaven. Sometimes God uses people, or the universe, whatever, uses people to nudge you, to question you, to see how much you like where you are or what you're doing, to push you to make decisions that maybe you would not normally make. For example, purchasing a house because your family's, I don't know, I got a lot of examples, but I don't want to. Well, it's the same, you know, your family, say, pushes you out to go get a job, get a life, you know. They encourage you to make your own life. Some might take that personally and say, why would you want me out of the house? Why can't I live here forever? Well, because you can't. A parent's job is to get you to 18. Or to just do the best that they can. Because kids always make decisions, especially in those teenage years, that can completely change your life. And sometimes there's decisions that are out of our hands that change the future that you think you were supposed to have. Passing away babies, like, explain that. However, if it wasn't for a certain passing away baby, I may have never left Regina. I was raised in Regina, and then we had hit after hit after hit. And after our nephew passed away, it changed kind of everything. He was the little piece of heaven that I clung to when my life just didn't seem so good. And shortly after that, I left the ugly situation that I was in. But it changed everything. So it was the hardest lesson of our life. But it was also the nudge that helped me find my life. Had those certain things not happen, I may have never left Regina. And it was funny, and I'd love to know where this woman is. She was a psychic. And I have no idea what her name was, and I know she was off of Arcola in Regina, and she was one of our baseball buddies. And I'd just love to come back and show her who I am right now, you know, because damn, I'm way different than I was. It's like a complete 360, absolutely. But it's incredible on how your life can change if you trust and follow your inner guidance. Follow the guidance, follow the doors, even if they scare you. I was terrified to leave. I didn't think I could do it, but I thought, you know what? I have to prove that I can do this. I thought I was stupid, useless, ugly, non-lovable, you know, so much. And I never would have went to school if I was in Regina. Not ever. I did go for the CCA, and that actually helped change my life too. All those pieces of the puzzle, they all were guiding me to the right place. And I actually graduated nursing with a 4.0 with distinction. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, people call me a nerd in school, and I'd be like, hey, I like it. That's a compliment. Thank you. And I began twisting things up to make sure I could find the positive in each situation. I'm not saying it's always easy. I'm not saying sometimes I'm confused. And sometimes you get into all this different energy. And you start questioning your thoughts. You start questioning your motives. You start questioning what you should do. I'm watching these girls at such and stuff, and they are kicking ass. I am just so grateful. I saw this big vision of a whole community working together and supporting everybody, you know, like I do at my expos. You know, supporting different kind of practitioners, regardless what other practitioners think. I remember certain practitioners would tell me how these ones are evil and they shouldn't be here. And I said, you know what? I said, God thinks they should. Source thinks they should. Of course, it wasn't that clear as mud back then because I was looking for friends. Or that hope was there, right? That you could make good, long-lasting, strong connections. And now I know that the evil some people saw was also within themselves. A lot of practitioners will challenge you. They will step in your stuff. Whatever that fear or anxiety that you need to be healed, that's a practitioner's job. She's supposed to step in it. That's a healer's job. You know? That's those light workers' job. They're supposed to step in it. Now, I've asked my angels to make sure I only step in it when I'm, you know, in my angelic uniform or in my events and stuff, because it can be pretty tricky if it's hitting you from all different angles, right? And I've also said, if I'm supposed to plant the seeds, please keep me safe. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base and remind you that even in the chaos, you can find silence. Go for a drive, sit in a valley, go sit with a tree. Don't answer right away. If somebody says, you need to do this, I said, maybe. I used to say yes, and then I'd have to back out everything. This energy right now, too, is so intense that I've actually had these big visions of these things that could totally work out. And I throw the seeds out, and the seeds blow away. I'm like, okay. And just remember, if those seeds blow away, they're not the right seeds. You're missing something. And sometimes it's just simple. It doesn't have to be as difficult as sometimes us overthinkers make it. Sometimes the message is inner child. Help people heal with inner child. And I could take that, like, blow it out of the water and say, okay, we're going to do the kids, and we're going to do that, and we're going to, you know, we're going to set up this stuff for the kids, and, you know, they can do this and that and this. And it's like, that wasn't it. And that's okay, because having that creative ability, you can change it 17,000 times. But once it's ready to manifest, and once those seeds are ready to plant, they will. And it will become magical. Now, I'm getting a little antsy because this COVID has tied my hands a little bit. However, I do appreciate everything that's happened this year, and I appreciate all the opportunities that I've gotten to sit back and just watch. So read your books. Do whatever you have to do when ideas come to you. Sometimes you're in the right job. Because every time I sit back and take my time out where other people's noises can't get in, and I say, okay, God, what do you think? What do we think about this? You know, all I have to do is ask questions and the answers are there. But you have to ask the questions and you have to listen. And it can take practice. If you're not getting an answer, It's a not yet. Even with my job, I think, am I supposed to, switch careers? I don't get a yes. Because my career is everything that I've ever asked it to be. And so much more. If you would have asked me when I was in school if I was going to be a nurse, I would have laughed at you. I would have said, why would you even say something so stupid? I never ever would have thought I could be any kind of nurse. And again, things just unfolded the way they were supposed to. So we really don't have any control. And sometimes, you know what, the puzzle pieces just have to come. You can't build and complete a puzzle until you have all the pieces. And you have to trust that in that time of manifestation and in that time that you will be protected. That everything does have, I don't care what you call it, does have a design, there's a purpose for everything. Even those rough, petty tyrants in your life, there's a purpose for them too. They actually have a pretty good purpose because those petty tyrants don't change very often. So they keep making sure that you're on your wits. I am so grateful to Spirit. Let's take that moment. Source, please keep us safe in all our adventures, in everything that we're doing. Please grant us the key to knowing what our best meditation is. Please cut any cords through all dimensions in time and space to anything that no longer serves us. And help us embrace this magnificent world that you have created. Help us embrace every moment. Help us see the joy in every breeze. Help us feel the peace in every moment. So mote it be.